Danny, third game in 8 days, another one of those busy periods, and we've had lots of injury and illness problems. How's training been the last couple of days?
Yeah, training's been good. I said to the group this morning is let's try to see the positives and let's practice gratitude. And I think there's a lot to be positive about. The fact that we have 6 games left of our season and everything to fight for. We're right on the edge of the playoffs. I think the group of the club have done incredibly well to put ourselves in the position that we're in. I think we have a brilliant support. You know, you look at the numbers that we took on Tuesday. I said to Nicky in the lead up to the game, I said, you'll know if we're really winning because we'll have they'll open the terrace behind the goal. Because normally, if you've only got a smaller support at Gillingham, you're in that corner. But of course, they open the terrace. I think nearly 800 people there, which was brilliant on a Tuesday night. And I think you've got a group that are really fighting for each other and fighting for the club. And I think these are all things that allow us to be really positive and to be really thankful for. So yeah, we have had our challenges in recent weeks for sure. We've had some bits go against us, whether it be injury, illness, referee decisions. We got another apology from them on Wednesday. I phoned Mike Jones and he said to me, I didn't even say hello. He just went defensive foul. So I think he was meaning that it should have been a foul on Ollie Hawkins in the lead up to the penalty, because he obviously, you might not see it, but we obviously have the wide angle. But he runs into Manny, knocks Manny over. They both end up on the floor. He then tries to keep Manny on the floor. They get up. Clever play from Oliver Hawkins. But yeah, and then the referee only sees the last bit, which is Manny and Ollie wrestling. So yeah, we got an apology for that. But yeah, for us, we were proud of the efforts of the boys. It was backs against the wall, lots of people playing out of position. We had our challenges going into the game, and then to lose 2 key players in Jack Payne and Awar Edwards made the task even more difficult. But we, barring a really poor referee decision, I think we would have won the game.
Yeah, and you mentioned the players that have come in and had to play different positions. That just shows, you've always said about how important the whole squad's going to be. So how good was it for you to now know that they're all easy to put in if you need to put them in? Yeah,
we've got a really good group and they're all contributing, and I think that it's also important to acknowledge the academy, because you had 3 boys there. Oscar Thorne, I thought was brilliant on the night, worked so hard for the team. Young Max Jolliffe came on at a really critical time. Kean Connolly. And these boys, they've come out. Their last loan. I mean, we call Kean back on the Monday because of the situation we're in, and they've come from teams playing in step 8 of English football. So for them to be able to come into this environment at this time of the season and step up the way they have done is credit to the support that the academy have given those young players. And even in training today, you've got young Ronnie Harvey who. Has probably trained with us for the last month. He's only a first year scholar, so he's a baby. He's only just 17, and honestly, he's taken it to a duck to water. He's been so good, and probably those opportunities wouldn't have come if we hadn't have had the unavailability and the challenges that we've had. So I think there's always a silver lining in any difficult situation, and the academy have supported us brilliantly. I think boys like Jack Tucker came in, played out of position to play the way he did. I mean, he was literally out on his feet at maybe 75 minutes, and yet he found it within himself to dig deep, and he made a header and a brilliant tackle just in the right half space in the dying moments of the game. And sometimes that's the character that you need, and our analyst end have actually clipped it up for the academy to show them, because you look at Tom Flanagan, Kells, Jack Tucker, just to name 3, the way they defended our goal on Tuesday night is a great example and a great lesson for any of our young players coming through in the academy, and any of our defenders. Watch that game and watch the personality that they played with, the leadership that they showed. and the way that they put their body on the line for their team. And yeah, it was a great example. Sometimes defending is a dying art. The modern day coach, they love talking about the possession and the goal kick and the deep build and the X's and the O's, but sometimes, you know, to teach players to defend really well is such an important element of the game, and it certainly played a big part in our performance on Tuesday.
Yeah, I imagine it's quite rare across the course of a season that you're able to watch two teams in a row live before you play them.
Yes.
See the game before. So
yes.
Is that going to be a help again against Notts County?
Yeah, of course. I managed to go to Notts County. Sorry, on Wednesday night and watch them against MK. So that was good to watch them. They're obviously a team that we played just recently ourselves, so we probably both know each other pretty well by now, and they've got some top players for this level. You know, they're a brilliant club, a big club with a huge tradition, and some players that are above the level, particularly at the top end of the pitch. And yeah, we're going to have to be at our very best come Saturday. They won at a canter really in the end against MK Dons on Wednesday evening, and yeah, had a good rhythm to their play, and certainly ask a lot of questions of you against the ball. And for us, we're gonna have to be as determined and as resolute and show as much fight as we did on Tuesday, as well as adding the other side to our game as well. Because if you look at the 2 runs that we've had, when we went 11 games unbeaten and then 13 games unbeaten, we were able to play with real good control and rhythm with the ball. And I think we always find our best football when we put the two together, and that's going to be the ambition come Saturday.
And both sides have everything to play for on Saturday. At this stage of the season, have you found, with your experience, that it's better to play teams like that, or is it better to play teams that can't go up, can't go down? And
yeah, I think for us, we like to play the teams that are at the top of the division. I always think when you play the best teams, they give you instant feedback, and this helps your team develop and evolve and improve. And as well as that, you know, I love football, and I study football, and teams are always at the bottom of the league in April, or the teams that always tend to win. You always find some teams, you know, even you look at last year, Sutton United, who were chasing us, and even ourselves, we started to win at the business end of the season. So it's not always easier playing the teams at the bottom of the league. So for us, yeah, Notts County, I think their ambition from day dot would have been automatic promotions. They're on the edge of that. We're trying to fight to get into the playoffs ourselves. We have 6 games to go. I think as a group we can be really proud of how far we've come. But like I said just recently, we haven't come this far to only come this far, and we want to see the job through now. And we know that we've got some challenges, and we've got some things going against us. But we also know that the cavalry are there they're coming over the hill, and they're soon to come and help the boys that are currently giving everything. And if we can get 1 or 2 back, then this will really help us for the challenges to come.
Yeah, finally from us, Danny. Saturday's games, game 2 dedicated fixture.
Yes.
It's been great to partner up with those recently. So we know you're a great advocate of the women's game.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, my daughter plays. She loves football, and actually, I actually coached Notts County's maybe under 9, under 10 girls. Back when we were living in Lincoln, and Bella was playing actually for Notts County. So yeah, it's a great day. It's brilliant that we are finding the opportunity to celebrate. I think, you know, when I was young growing up, my mum used to always come me, Nicky, and my dad to football, but she was probably one of very few women that would come to games and watch games. And now there's so much more accessibility. I think we made giant strides as a society, really, and football, the greatest game in the world, absolutely should be available to everyone to watch, to play. And you know, I've had the pleasure of watching my daughter play over recent years, and the standard of girls' football is improving by the day, and it's been brilliant to see. And hopefully we get a lot of girls and a lot of women to the game on Saturday, and yeah, they'll be able to get right behind the players. And yeah, I can promise everybody associated with Colchester United that we're really determined to give this everything we've got.